All right, so this is going to be part two. And what I'm seeing here is that what we want to do is change, we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to change the 9,000 series to overhead expenses instead of indirect. I don't really like that anymore. So we're going to go to list, chart of accounts. I'm going to go, oops, wrong way. I'm going to go to our indirect expenses and we're going to hit edit account. And then we're going to go to overhead, right? A lot more kind of clear what that is. And another thing I'm going to do is add in another minimum charges, overhead. Okay, I'm liking that still. I'm going to go ahead and add in another series. So 9520, we're going to call this bank charges. All right, so it's going to be an expense, and it's going to be a sub-account of overhead. What did I say? I say 9520, and this is going to be bank charges. And this is just going to be strictly applicable to overhead. This isn't going to be anything in regards to an actual house. So if we have to get hit with some financing charges because of a loan on a house, we're going to actually hit the house cost for that. With regards to the just general overhead expenses, let's just say the bank charges us $15 a month to use their account. We're going to go ahead and hit bank charges, okay? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and change this account to bank charges. Remember, this is going to be a total zeroed out transaction because we're going to hit the deposit side of the equation and then the check. Remember, this is just to set up my initial bank account. So that is going to be, actually, you know what we're going to do here? We're going to show you a little trick. So if you're doing the same type of transaction, which we are, because we have a check here and then another check on the same day, and we're going to hit the exact same accounts. So what we're going to do here is right click and we're going to hit duplicate check. All right, and then we're going to record the first one. It's going to hit the exact same account, do everything the exact same. The only differential here is going to be 35.35, and that will be fine. And then what we're going to have to do is go back to the deposit for 56.33. We're going to go ahead and open that up. We're going to hit the same account. So what we're going to have here at the end of the day, do not like this thing not working. We're going to have three entries. One is deposit and two are checks, which they're offsetting. One way to check that is go to your chart of accounts, and since we just created this account, we could just go right here, bank charges, and why isn't this running? Because it was in December, and that's bizarre. Close the entry. Hold on a second. Get back to it. So what I was trying to show you, I wish this would get a little wider. But anyway, we did the initial, actually this is kind of reversed, but we wrote the check for $20.95, we wrote another check for $35.35, and then I deposited those checks to myself. So like I told you, this is only for a little trick so I could get the bonus from the bank. But the net effect is overhead expenses, sub-account, 9520 bank charters has zero effect on it. So we look like we're all reconciled, ready to go. Pop this over here real quick just to give you a kind of quick overhead. And we have $23.32, $9.99, $6. And I'm looking over here with the check side of things, $35, $39.99, $9.99, $32. We're looking good. Everything looks good to go. The one thing I'm going to do off screen real quick, I don't want to go through this in detail with you. Probably be boring, but I like to just open these transactions and double check where they're hitting. So I want to make sure that we're hitting the account before we close it. or reconcile it, because I want to make sure that all this stuff is going to the right account. Web hosting correct, so that when we run reports, it's very accurate. So I'm going to just flip through here with you. Actually, I'm going to put this on hold. I don't want to waste your time. And just verify everything before we go ahead and finish the reconciliation. Just stand by just 1 second and I'll be back. All right, after checking everything, we look like we're in good shape. And we're going to go back to our trusted little statement and begin the reconciliation process now that we have figured everything out. Again, I'm going to put this on split screens over here, and just going to go straight in order and make sure we've got everything. So as you'll see down here, right now we have a difference of $17,384. So that's not going to reconcile, and we should be looking for just the following. 12.6 should be $30. 12.9 should be $1,500. I'm going to go ahead and open this and fix it. It's on my split screen. I can see it. God, I'm not liking that feature. That's how quick it is. Just go in there and click it off. So that was 12.10 for $1,500. We have 12.20 for $114. 12.23, $14,917.77. Another $1,000 deposit, and another $56.60. Now going into withdrawals or checks. Start at the top. We're going to go $23.32. We got $9.99 to GoDaddy. 12.3 for $6. Going to go in here and change this. Some people say this won't matter, but trust me, I've had accounting problems, and it is so much easier when it is super clean. So just fix the problems as you see them. Makes life a whole hell of a lot easier when you're done. 12.11 for, excuse me, 36.51, and then our $35 charge. I don't know why these dates are off. I don't have auto import. No reason why it should be wrong. I guess we could call it bad data entry, right? So those are going to both click off. Wawa, yeah, a lot of problems here. But at least we're going to get it right, and we won't have issues later down the road. 12.16. 12.16 to Wawa, 39. I wonder what, you know what probably happened? I probably was inputting these on the exact days that they were occurring, and they're not clearing on the bank on the same day. But I really wanted to match the bank account. Just makes life a whole heck of a lot easier. Man, this is embarrassing, but whatever, at least you're learning how to do it right. 12.30, sure, get it done. These are both on. I feel like the computer's messed up. Could I possibly be making all these mistakes? I don't know. And same thing. This is 12.13. Actually, my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. And last one for UPS is on 12.30. For third, yeah, you gotta click that one too. So we should have a $0 balance, and we have a -15. So this is interesting. That is going to be a wire, I'm sure, and it is. So I'm gonna go over here. I hate wires. This is why I tell these guys to do ACH. I'm not doing wires anymore. So I actually missed a charge. This is a good example. So see this wire charge for $15. We're gonna have to input. We'll call it, again, it's QuickBooks, but a check. And this is where this is why the reconciliation process is important. You would have never known that you're missing this $15 input unless somebody were to tell you in an accounting software. So I want to see, that's on 12/24. What a pain in the butt. I think I got hit twice for that. Yeah, it was on the deposit date. So I want to make sure I am hitting This is going to be interesting because we're going to learn how to do a general journal entry. I'm actually going to go and copy this. Okay, so instead of just writing a check, and this is really important, so if I go in here in the check function, actually it works here. This is totally fine instead of being a deposit, but I'm going to use this series 70/20 land carry costs, which is going to be the bank fees, which means I paid $40, not $25, but I paid $40 for this stupid wire transfer when I should have only paid $0 for an ACH. And we're going to hit the accounts, or excuse me, the job cost code 2515, which is a property I'm developing as we speak. So we'll go in here. We're going to go to bank checking. Looking over here on the split screen, it was the 24th. I don't know if the function is going to work. Should be 70/20. Oops, baited order of. This would be Bank of America for bastard $15. And it already hit the 720 series, and this is for the wire on 12/24/2018. Job cost code, definitely want to hit that. We're going to go into that in a second. And go ahead and close it out. Now we're going to have this one extra transaction here. We're going to click it off for our $15, and then you're going to go over here and you see our difference is $0. So let's let this clear out for a quick second, and it's going to pop up another screen. Takes a minute or two. It's just got to clear. What it's doing is just clearing all the transactions. So I want to just see the details. That's fine. And then we can see all of our cleared transactions, which are checks at the top and then deposits at the bottom, and then see exactly what happened. Yep, that's correct. I'm looking at the ending balance, which is $17,974.29, and what matches our bank account, $17,974, right here, 29. So that's exactly what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to catch us in this process. And I'm going to show you real quick why allocating costs correctly is important. Did not show you how to set up a budget yet, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So we're developing a property over in Alexandria, Virginia, and I want to job cost everything so I know exactly where every single penny is going on the job. Sure, I'm not losing any money. So we're going to go to reports, budgets, budget versus actual, and go ahead and run it for a job. I don't care about the month, I care about the job, and then finish. And what we're going to go is that 720 series. So I have a budget set up here on the second column, and then what we're going to go down to is the 720 series, which is the cost, right? And what we're going to see is land carry cost for 720 series. Remember, we're going to open this up real quick. So when I first set up the account, these little made me do all these wires, and I kept complaining, but I realized at some point they're not going to allow this. So you can see I have an incoming wire which cost me $15. Then they Bank of America refunded. Then they charged me again for another wire, then refunded. And then these last two, I'm just kind of screwed. I have really no argument at this point because I've already talked to customer service numerous times. Moral of the story is very simplistic. Don't use a wire. That's the best way to do it. And then you'll be totally good. I want to look at this real quickly. On the phone. Yeah, I can't do that one. But moral of the story is we've already wasted $40 right here, and this is going to hit against our budget. So our original budget was $9,974. We've already hit the books for $40, and now we only have $9,935 left. So that's why we want to track all these, because these are being allocated to 2515 Bellevue. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Shoot me some questions in the comments, and we'll go from there.